Hey guys, Durka Gaming here, and welcome to another FSX video. So, last night, during my stream of the Q400, a lot of people in chat were getting a little confused with the FMC of the Q400, basically saying it's too difficult, I have the plane but I can't fly it because the FMC puts me off, I get confused, I have it wrong, this goes wrong. So what I thought was, let me do a quick FSX video about the FMC. I'm not going to go into too much other detail. I have got another Q400 video which you can watch. Have a look for that under my videos. But yeah, today I'm just going to show you the FMC, and hopefully this will get you guys flying your Q400s. It's an absolutely fantastic plane. It's one of my favorite planes on FSX. So hopefully after this this little FMC tutorial video, you will get flying. Okay, I'll see you in 1 second. Guys, welcome back. Alright, so first thing, if your FMCs are switched off, just turn them on. Just turn both on. You just click the little on off switch there and we'll let them do their thing. They should do all the checks, CPU, the RAM, etc, etc, to run through each of those. Pause. Okay, good, and then we accept that, and then we can accept the co-pilot side. Okay guys, so this is how I do it. A lot of people might have another way to do it, but this is how I've been doing it from the start. It works for me and it works well. So as I said, hopefully I can show you something and hopefully get you guys flying in this fantastic aeroplane. So I'm going to go through each procedure, just how to set the FMC up, as I said, show you how to add a route, the SID, the star, fuel, the radios, localizer, etc, etc. Okay, and as I said, remember, this is how I do it, this is my flow. A lot of people might have a different way. If you've got an easier way, or if I am doing something wrong or I missed something else, let me know in the comments below, and then I can have a read and look at it as well. So okay, so first thing I do is I add the fuel, and I get my fuel from the control panel. As I said, this is just from the route I did last night. But normally I get all these details from PFPX. I do use PFPX. And then what I do is I fill this out first. I click calculate. There we go. It fills out all your fuel weights. And then what you need to do is send to the flight sim. When the flight sim pauses, you can see down in the left hand corner there, when the flight sim pauses, you know that it's gone. It sent the information through to the flight sim. Okay, what we need to do is obviously keep an eye on the total trip, takeoff fuel, and the calculated, the zero fuel mass. Those two we need to just keep an eye on. So the first one is 3019, that's our takeoff fuel. So what I do is I just click fuel on board, 3019. What you can do is you can halve it and just put one in each tank, but I don't. I just put the full amount in tank 1. I just click return, and there we go. The total is, and there you go, total fuel on board. Zero fuel weight was 25339. 25339. Enter. And that gives you gross weight. I know I have seen some guys on their videos do add in the cargo, the packs, the reserves, etc., etc. I don't bother with that. I just do the 0 fuel weight and the fuel on board. Okay, good. Okay, next I click data, and we get I normally start the Q400 on ground power, so we request the ground power, the GPU. Alright, so that's done. Then I go to my radios, and what you can do on radios is you can add it in either on your radio. Let me just move that out the way. You can either add, you can change your radios and your localizer or your TCAS on the radio panel, or you can change it in the FMC. I like changing it in the FMC. So, for example, we on Unicom or on VATSIM, it'll be 122. Oh, let's just make sure. Yeah, 122.80, and that's enter. And there you go. Yep. So you can see now that COM1 is 122.80, and you can double check it down there as well. You can see there VHF1 122. Okay. Good. So our route for today, I'm going to do the same one as I streamed last night, is from Adelaide to Canberra. So first thing you want to do is click the flight plan button, and there you go, flight plan. And you want to start off with your airport where you're leaving. So that was Adelaide, so YPAD, enter. You can either just click enter again, or you can click the accept button. It's the same thing. What I normally do is I put in my second waypoint. So as you can see, you'll find the route below, in the notes below, is PANKI. So PANKI. Enter or accept or enter again, and there you go. So those are your first two routes. Next we have on the route is the airway. So what you do, you click on list, you click airway, and it's telling you there. So from PANKI we want to go on the H247 airway. So that is number 1. Remember, you don't have to type in H247. All you do is just type the corresponding number opposite the airway. So if it was V796, you put 2. If it's H247, it's 1, which it is. So it's number 1. So just click 1, enter. Alright, so now it's telling us more now. So from PANKI, we're going via airway H247, and we know, because we've got the plan in front of us, that the next waypoint is NATYA. So we know that it's number 2, because that's where NATYA is opposite, number 2. So click 2, enter. Then it will take you back to your flight plan. It doesn't show you the airwaves. So what you need to do is click list again, click airways on the right, and it's telling you. So from NATYA, and again I'm looking at my flight plan, it's H21. So we know H21 is 3. So you click 3, enter, and from NATYA via airway H21 we need to go to WG, which is Wagga Wagga. Okay, it's the only one in my only one in my option list here, as you can see, but at the same time it's on my plan. If there was obviously something else, then I would choose that one, but I know that it's Wagga Wagga and it's the only one. So I click 1, enter, and that's it. Our plan is done. Obviously if you flying from Sydney up to Dubai or something, which a Q400 won't go there, so that's actually a silly example. I'm just trying to think of a longer route. So Sydney to God, how far? Just say up to Brisbane, and we most probably got another 2-3 more airwaves, and maybe another 2-3 more waypoints as well. So you add those in. So you just do that same quick sequence. Doesn't matter if there's just one waypoint and one airway, you just do that same sequence. Okay, so it's that you just follow your plan and you do that sequence by clicking flight plan, then you put in the waypoint, you click list, go to airway, you find the airway, enter, etc., etc., just like I showed you. All right, okay, and our destination, so we've come to the end of our plan, but we've got to obviously put our airport destination, which is YSCB, enter or accept, same thing, and there you go. Okay, we've got our plan there. Remember what I said, it doesn't show you the airways, but the airways are in there. Okay, so the next we want to do is we want to put ISID. So if you're on IVAO or VATSIM and there's ATIS at the airport, listen to the ATIS or get hold of ATC and they will give you what runway and what SID you need to go on. But obviously if there's no ATC, get yourself your charts on Navigraph. I use Navigraph and I use EFB as well. You can find my EFB video under my videos list. I've done a really detailed video on Avlasoft EFB. Okay, so find the SID and work out what the SID is. Okay, so to get to the SID, to add the SID, you click menu and you've got depart and arrive here. So obviously we're departing, so we need the SID. So you click depart. Okay, again, I'm just using this example of the flight I did on my stream last night. So I took off from runway 23, which is number 3. Same with adding the waypoints and the airways. You just type in the number opposite to what your selection is. So 23 is select 3. Alright, so all I do is 3, enter. Okay, I know my SID was PANKI 2. So I'm going to put 4. If it was AD2, you put 1. If it was Giles 2, you put 2. But I know it was PANKI 2, so you click 4. So 4, enter. I know it's runway 23, so you click 1, enter. And then enter again. You must press enter again to activate that into the flight plan. Enter. There you go. Now you'll see that we've got. So remember, when I did my original plan, all I had was YPAD and then I had PANKI. You can now see that PANKI has moved to number 9. So you can see that Coldply, Pi, Sully, Morph, Clara, Barker, Murray is all part of the SID. Okay, so those are all part of the SID, and that's it. Now we've got our SID. And that's all you need to do is for your plan and adding your SID. And that's it. One more thing you need to do before you get going, and obviously this is not a video on how to start up, this is just on the FMC. What you need to do, and I mentioned this on my stream again last night, is you just got to click direct to and you click your first waypoint. I've always done this. I'm not sure why, 100% why you have to do this. I'm guessing that it just activates the plan properly on the PFD. But I've always just been taught that. I've learned that from the start. I think it's in the manual. So what you need to do is once you've got your flight plan, you click direct to the DTO. Your first waypoint or your first select is 1. So you just click 1 and watch the PFD now when I click enter. There, you see it. So it's almost activated now. So by doing that direct to, it's almost activated that flight plan. It's made it active on the PFD. Okay, if you have this flashing message, just click message, click it again, okay, and then click flight plan, and there you go. Alright, and that's it. That's how to add a flight plan and to do your SID. Okay, we've done all our other checks now. We've taken off, we're flying, we're in cruise. We've done our VNAV. Again, this is not going to be a video on VNAV. I'll show you that, guys, another time. But I'm going to show you now how to do the star, how to input the star. Okay, so you can see that our destination airport is Canberra, so YSCB, and the last waypoint was WG, which was Wagga Wagga. Okay, all right, menu again. Remember where to depart, and right, you click the arrive button. I'm just trying to think where I came. Oh yes, so 35 was the runway I needed to come in. So again, you just add the corresponding number. So that's number 4. So 4, enter. It was a Poly 3 Papa. I actually got on EFB. I think I got a Poly 4 Papa. So I am running both latest AirAx. I'm not too sure why it came up with 4 Papa on EFB. But anyway, not a problem. Just think a little bit. Just see if the chart says something. Just see what other options are. 9 out of 10 times, it's going to be that one. Okay, so the corresponding number is 8. So I click 8. So that's showing me that. So we added the runway. We're adding the star now, which is 8. So we click enter. This particular star has a transition. All right, a lot of other, you might find, where you're flying around the world have different, the star might not have a transition. Okay, you might just add the star and come straight in. So the transition was WG, so 5. You click 5, enter. Now we need to tell it what our approach is. So you got to click it. So you click approach, so it's activated now. You can tell by the white box. And we're coming, and there's a number of different options. So if you want to come on ILS, VOR, etc., etc. So I came on the ILS 35Z. So that's 2, enter. And we've got another transition on this arrival, and it was a NATYA. So you click 2, enter. So now, if we do a recap here, so arrival is YSCB Canberra, which we already had in our plan. We selected runway 35. We know that we're coming on the Poly 3 Papa star. It's got a transition from that star, which was Wagga Wagga. The approach was an ILS approach, so it's an I on runway 35Z, and there was another transition off that approach, which was NATYA. Alright, and remember, don't leave it there, just enter again to activate it into your plan. Enter, there you go. And now you can see, look at our plan now. Okay, if you've got no links which are flashing like that, get rid of them. All you do, you just highlight it, click delete, and delete again. Okay, this is a good example now, and this is the issue I had last night. So you can see that I'm getting 2 polys here, and I think I've got 2 CCK as well. So all you do is have a look through your plan, and if you see that there's something not right, get rid of it. Have a look at your plan, open your FMC, look at your charts, and say, oh, why have I got 2 polys? Why have I got 2 of this? And just delete it. Same as any other plane, like the 777 or the 737. If your plan doesn't look right, delete things. So I'm going to delete poly here. So all you do, as I said, you highlight it, you click delete, and delete again. And I'm going to get rid of this other CCK as well. So highlight it, delete, delete, and there you go. Don't delete the no link of the runway after the runway. Don't delete those. Again, it's something which I remember when I was learning this plane when it first came out. don't delete it. Just don't do it. I don't know 100%. I think it's to do with the go around. But yeah, I've just been taught, read that don't delete the no link. Okay. And there you go. And that's it. That's it, guys. So now we have our SID activated and included into the FMC, and we've activated and included our star. If you want, you can do all of this before you take off at your airport where you're taking off from, or you can do your star, your arrival details, an hour or so before you get into your destination. Okay, and that's it, guys. It is really straightforward. You know what, I actually am going to show you the VNAV as well. A lot of people were asking me how to work out the VNAV. So the VNAV basically is like your top of descent on the 777 or the 737. Okay, so the way to work that out is, and this is how I work it, again, this is how I do it, guys. So what you do is you click flight plan. So you can see the first couple of waypoints we've got flight levels in there. So we go next, and then you can see it's starting to get blank now. Okay, so we know that at line 18, that's we obviously pretty much landing there, so runway 35. But if we go back, we know that at CCK we need to be 4770, or OM35 we need to be 3440. And then obviously you can't choose runway 35 because we pretty much landed then. So what you need to do is you need to work out, okay, so I need to be at 3140 to obviously catch the localizer, get on the glide slope, and to make a good landing. Okay, so I like that figure. So I can either use CCK or OM35. So always look, whatever your plan is, again, depending on where you're flying, what your flight plan is, always look towards the end of your flight plan and just see. So look at what your runway is, and always look about 2 to 3 above that, and then from there work out where you want to be. Okay, so I think I'm going to choose OM35. So I want to be at 3140. Okay, so what you do is you click VNAV. So you got the VNAV path. You click 2. So it's giving me my flight plan here. Okay, we know these, obviously all these, the first page here, we obviously know that we don't need to be there. But remember, in our flight plan, CCK was 4,700 and OM35 was 1,300. So I want to take OM35. So what I do is I type in 17 because that's the corresponding number. So I type 17 and I click enter. Okay, so now it knows that at OM35 I need to be 3,140. Okay, and it knows the target vertical speed is minus 1,800. So it knows that a certain point on the flight plan, that to get to OM35 for 3,140, it's going to start bringing me down at 1,800 vertical speed. Okay, so I just realized it's not going to give us obviously a top of descent and how many miles, because obviously we're not flying. So you should be doing this vertical, working out your vertical path once you obviously in your cruise and once you've added your star and your arrival. Alrighty guys, quite straightforward. I know at first it can be a little bit confusing. It took me a little while to work it out as well. So I'll just quickly go through that again. So you click your flight plan. Okay, so work out, so runway 35, so we're going to be landing pretty much by then. So these two waypoints look pretty good. So as I said, either take the one above or two above or even three above and work it out like that. Okay, so just always look at these flight levels. You click VNAV, you click 2. So let's just say CCK, for example. So 16, we want to choose 16, so we put 16 in, enter, and there we go. So again, it knows that we need to be at CCK at 4,770, and it's going to give us again this target V speed pretty much comes up all the time, but again, obviously your top of descent, you know, will change according to, depending on where you need to be. And I think you can change this, if I'm not mistaken. So if we need to only be down by 1,500, yeah, there we go. You can change that. You can change that there. So you don't have to come down at 18. Okay, and that's it. And then, as I said to you, what you'll see is on your flight plan, you'll see just like the 737 and the 737 and the 777, you'll see a little white dot or a little circle, and it will say TOD, top of descent. And what you want to do, and the guys in my stream gave me a heads up on this, I actually forgot, you'll either get a little V, yeah, to say that you can activate it into the VNAV mode, which I'll show you in a sec. And one of my mods said something else which I can't remember. But anyway, what I normally do is, once the TOD is sort of in this half circle here, this white half circle, what I normally do is I crank down the altitude knob. Obviously it's down already, so just say we were at, let's just say 20,000. Okay, so I can see that top of descent is getting closer, so I just crank down the altitude knob, selector, whatever you want to call it, down to 3,000. I click alt cell. Remember always to click your alt cell. That's basically your altitude select. Same as when you are climbing as well. If you don't click that and your cruise is at 25 and you don't click the alt select, you're going to go above that 25,000. Same with the descent as well. Make sure you click the alt select. Okay, so now we've adjusted the altitude. We've clicked alt select. The the white dot even comes in this half circle. You see the little V coming on your PFD, and all you do, you just activate the VNAV mode, and then you'll just get up the top here, you'll just get VNAV. And then once you hit that, you will see your PFD will say VNAV mode or VNAV, and then obviously the plane starts descending as well. Make sure, because obviously you're descending and you don't have auto throttles on the Q400, is make sure you start bringing back your throttles, your power levels as well, your throttles. Make sure you bring those back as well. You don't want to go into an overspeed as well. Okay, and that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. I don't really look at you can see your fuel, your temperature, tailwind, all that type of thing there. What else? Fuel, yeah, it'll give you your fuel flow, how much fuel you've got left at your destination, etc., etc. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. Really straightforward, not difficult at all. Watch the video, rewind it, watch again. If you still got questions, put a comment in below. But please, just get out in the Q400. I mean it. It is very rewarding plane. It is difficult plane to learn and get your head around it, but it is a very rewarding plane once you've mastered it and once you've learnt. As I said, if you're not understanding something still, please leave a comment, and I'll help you out as much as possible. But just practice, just get into it, do a little flight from wherever you are, do a short little flight, practice, and you know what they say, practice makes perfect. So alrighty, guys, thank you, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope that was helpful, and look out for some more videos coming soon, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers, cheers, take it easy, bye bye.